It's the after the show podcast, precious.
We don't care, we're about to swear on the air. It's the after the show, so tune in if you dare. KVJ, get risque every single day. It's uncensored. We can say what we want to say.
All right, here we go. Welcome to the KVJ After the Show podcast. Happy Tuesday. Today's National Pasta Day. It is also Forgiven X Day today. Two things. Forgiven X.
Yeah, I ain't got no hang-ups.
Yeah.
All is forgiven. All is well.
Could just let it go, right?
Well, let's talk to our friend. Hold on to grudge, Greta. Greta, how are you?
Yeah, how do you feel about forgiveness, Virginia?
Nope. It's a hard no.
It's a hard no. No. Not forgiving
Not
X.
today, probably not tomorrow either, dick. Some people don't deserve forgiveness.
Yeah. So you're just going to hold on to that?
Yeah.
I mean, I get it if somebody really fucked you over and did you wrong. Like, for example, you got a great story of how your girlfriend cheated on you with two guys at the same time.
Right.
Oh.
The rotisserie chicken, as we call it.
It was, yeah.
And everyone knew about it. You were,
But you.
you. It's humiliating.
Yeah.
Everyone's laughing. The whole town's laughing at you.
Yeah.
That sucks. That would be a done wrong situation. Do you, the Kevin Ralston, forgive her?
I do. Yeah. In fact, we still, chat to this day. So, still friends. I put it behind me and said, it is what it is. And, yep. We've got a nice, friendly relationship.
I'm not surprised. Now let's ask our friend over here, Grudge Greta. How do you feel about Rob Schneider?
Oh, he can suck a dick. And he's about that height, too. He's perfect for dick sucking level.
Just fits great, huh?
It's Exhibit A, Your Honor.
Yeah. Okay. Well, at least now you know. So.
Not that he's an ex, but I just was showing the court that she just has a track record of not forgiving anybody.
Good case in point there, huh? We probably have to start again today because during the entire show, people were, why Virginia got glasses on? People just couldn't believe it. So day two, you have to explain yourself, Virginia. We did it during the regular show, but I just couldn't. Every time I saw that question, we would have mentioned it 85 times during the regular show
I
today.
keep telling everybody, because she's a fucking diva. She thinks she's better than everybody. Can't look her in the eye.
Mm-hmm.
Now, I use this Grande Lash Serum, and I had a...
Ariana Grande?
Nope.
Tacos Bel Grande?
No. Just Grande Lash MD. Don't be tricked by the MD. It's one of the worst ones. I've done some research on it since I poisoned myself, and there's like a sliding scale of like chemicals, and Grande Lash is one of the worst ones you can use. Not only did I use the Grande Lash Serum, I used the Grande Lash Mascara. So I kind of double poisoned myself.
Okay, so you don't have to show the camera, but let me see how they're doing today. I'm been your official checker.
They're not good.
Well, let me see if they've gotten better. Everyone wants to know. Hold on. They've gotten better.
All right, that's
Hold
good.
on. They've gotten better. They're still a little
hurt.
puffy. Yeah, they're I can tell they're tender.
They hurt.
You need to put an ice packet on your eyeballs.
I did that all day yesterday.
And you need to eat some hot soup and take some baths. Just because it feels good. It makes everything else feel better.
I had a lot of ice cream yesterday, and I just kept putting the ice cream on my face and then eating it, and then putting it on my face and then eating it.
Oh, swollen eyes and farty butthole. Lucky guy.
Yeah. Hot. Have you ever had a bad reaction to something, Bird? I think you said beer dye was something.
Just for men. Fucked my world up.
Turns out you're not a man.
No, just for pussies. It is not. Everything was just my whole face. Every time I'd use it, and it never used to do that. I feel like they changed something in their chemicals, but whatever the case was, it started not jiving with my body.
And we changed too, stuff that I was never allergic to before. Now I'm allergic to. It's weird.
I looked into it. So many people have what I have. Tons and tons of cases of people going, Just for Men Die made my face break out. I had a rash all over for about 2.5, like a chemical burn. I think it was a burn, really.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
It's real.
It was awful. So I'm all gray, baby.
No, I'm very fortunate. I really haven't had a lot of issues. For me, I've got sensitive skin when it comes to shaving, so I have to get the right kind of shaving cream. But once I figured that out, not a problem. My worst experience with a reaction to something was a friend of mine one time put this thing called Nair on my chest, and they smeared it all over my nipple.
I said I was sorry.
And my nipple started to crack and burn, and there was too much Nair and was left on way too long. And I swear to God, it started to scab up. I thought I was going to lose a nipple. And I'm like, how am I going to look in this world without a freaking nipple? Because it was so tore up.
Who knew your nips were so tender?
I knew. Since like week 2, I knew you had sensitive nipples.
I mean, honestly, the shit Virginia has done to me through the course of that and the spray tan thing one time, we're going to a convention and she made me, I mean, it was like I was mocking. You saw that very insensitive 80s movie, Soul Man, where he went in and took somebody's scholarship, pretending to be African American.
Yes.
I look like I went to this radio convention in blackface. And
it was
my gosh.
It was more orange.
Virginia, it was so dark.
That was when I first got into spray tanning, and I was still working out my formulas.
It looked like it's a wonder if I did that today, I would get stabbed in a back alley.
You know what we should do? We both should come up with our own top 5 Virginia fucked our world up lists.
Yeah.
And let's compare them tomorrow and see who.
My worst experiences, I think, have always been at the hands of Virginia.
I'm thinking about I have a solid top 10. I'd have to whittle it down to my 5. Let's go toe to toe.
I'm not even counting the time she did the mock execution on me.
Oh, that to me, that's number 1. That should be your number 1.
Right.
I've got some.
Yeah.
I'm trying to toughen you up over there.
Remember she threw a knife at my head, and the only reason why it didn't hit me was because it hit the metal part of it blocked it.
Yeah.
It would have hit me.
She's one day going to take one of us out.
I thought you had that 6-point blocking system. You can't block a knife.
She threw a lug nut, hit my head. That was when she started smoking in the studio. She lost her fucking mind. We did a bit, and I think I beat her in the bit. This is back at Wild. This is a while ago. And we started bickering, and she did not fucking handle it well. She's also going through some other shit. She lit up a cigarette in the studio.
I was like, I don't know if you can smoke in here, Virginia.
And then she
Go
left.
fuck yourself.
She threw a lug nut at me.
But I don't want to say anything, but she's sitting there she was just like, it was nothing, just and you could hear like exhaling into the microphone. I'm like,
I believe it was.
Yeah.
Threw the lug nut at my head, started smoking the cigarette, and then left the studio for an hour and came back.
Dude, we didn't know where she was. We had to put her on APB, and somebody's like, I think I just saw Virginia angry driving across the railroad tracks. I'm like, on the railroad tracks or across the railroad tracks?
Dog. It was weird.
Yeah.
It was weird.
I don't know what to tell you. Mental illness is passed down from generation
Good
to
Lord.
generation.
Wow.
I know.
My mom was crazy. I'm crazy too.
Oh, we're not gonna get better. Me and
No. My mom's definitely gotten worse.
Kevin is so fucked.
No, at least we know how we're going to die. Well, we don't know exactly how, but we know at the hands of whom.
Yes.
Yeah. Actually, I got a line of people who might take me out, so I don't even
My
know.
last words would be like, I'm sorry, Kev. Yeah, you need to look at home.
Yeah, I know.
You've
yeah,
got
who
a
knows?
big insurance policy. I'm sure Panda one day will just push me off a cliff.
We all legit have at least one person that technically could want to kill us. It wouldn't shock me. Mm-hmm. I know I got somebody. Y'all got money on your head.
We do.
I mean, nothing could happen to either one of you. Your mates would be number one suspect immediately.
Oh, no doubt.
That's what. Imagine losing your loved one like that, your wife or husband. You didn't do it, and then the cops are interrogating you like you did, which happens a lot.
Sure.
You better not have antifreeze under the cabinet in the kitchen.
You're trying to mourn this horrific thing that's happened to you, and then they're saying you've done it.
Yeah.
I mean,
It'd be tough.
Talk about a bad day.
It'd be tough.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. We're there.
And there's some dudes that they don't get cleared until 20 years later. There's not enough evidence to bring the case, to finish it. So there's suspicion around the husband or the boyfriend, and then they'll find out that it was some random guy that killed this woman 20 years ago.
And he had nothing to do with it.
The husband had nothing, but for 20 years, everyone looked at him like Kevin Lawson killed his wife. He killed her.
Now, do you have a policy on her, or she just has one on you?
It's just her on me.
Oh, that's so sus.
See, yeah, that's sussy. I got one on Panda too.
So you both have it.
So we both have.
Kevin, it's only on you?
Yeah, I asked her. I'm like, well, why don't we get one on you? She's like, you'll be fine. She said, you make enough money. You'll be okay.
You'll be fine.
Yeah. It's like, what?
You took that deal, huh?
I was like, all right.
Let me ask you this. Has a lot of food been tasting weird over a period of time?
Forever. Yeah.
You get that slow... Whoa, what is that thing they do when they slowly are killing you?
The arsenic.
Yeah. Yeah, I do not let her prepare my food or drink, so.
You do not?
No, I take care of that myself. So it's all good. So I got an eye on it. And then I try to always like eat, drink stuff out of the same bottles, kind of like thing. So I'm like, okay, well, if she's poisoning me, she's poisoning herself.
I think you're kidding, but I really do wonder how many people who are married, they truly think their mate's trying to kill them. I bet you there's at least one person in our chat room that's going through that.
That is my question, because there was the one had happened not long ago. Remember the girl that, what was she, put fentanyl in his stuff? And his wife killed the husband. And that was my question. Because weren't they getting a new house together and then he shut it down or something like that and she flipped out?
She wanted a big, huge house.
Right.
He didn't want to get it. He said no. And she was like, all right, then watch this. I'm going to put a little fentanyl.
Isn't that the one that wrote the book, too? About how to be about the dad dying?
We're so sad that he's dead.
How to grieve with your kids.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That bitch is a cold-hearted snake.
Yeah, so I wonder, did he have any idea?
He did.
Yes, he did. He told people.
Okay.
He's like, I think she's trying to kill me.
Yeah.
And she did it before. This is her second time doing
Wow.
it.
Who's the
That's
one?
crazy.
The one that DiPolito?
Yeah, Dahlia DiPolito.
Man, I guess I'd never seen the full interrogation of her. What a cold-hearted snake. They have it all on video of her trying to kill her husband, and she still has the nards to call him on the phone or see him in the hallway and saying, let me explain it to you. You don't understand. Trying to act like she had nothing to do with it or she was kidding.
Whatever.
Get the fuck out of here.
Yeah.
That's how insane you are. You're trying to kill your husband, and then you try to gaslight him.
And then you think you can talk your way out of it.
Unbelievable.
Yeah. That's what she thought.
I love it when they interrogate somebody. The person thinking they beat everybody. There's no way they can get away. There's no way they're going to catch them. And you see the person fall apart in real time, going
because they caught him.
They caught me.
That feeling that moment when you realize you're done.
Yep.
And she probably was able to talk her way out of a lot of things, and that's why she thought that.
She was cute.
Yeah.
I think it really does happen, especially for people who are super, super attractive, who get away. I mean, it is. You get away with a lot of shit.
It's probably how some celebrities are. You see celebrities do callous crimes. You're just like, what are you thinking? And it's probably because they felt to a certain point they were treated a certain way for so long that they thought, okay, I just am on a different plane and these rules don't apply to me.
I watch a ton of DUI videos, and it's crazy. The hottest women that get pulled over are the most just unbearable. They you can tell that they have not heard no a lot in their life because they don't even understand basic law of I had 7 shots of tequila. My house is right down the street. Well, where do you live? Like 20 miles away. And they think they can get away with it because they've never heard no before.
You ever seen the Reese Witherspoon DUI video?
Yes, it's amazing.
Oh, that one's crazy.
Yeah.
You're going to be real famous tomorrow, buddy.
Yeah. Yeah, she went off. She's been quiet since then. But
she's been really sweet since then.
yeah. She had a bad night, though.
It was a bad night, and it was all caught on camera. Everything's just know when you go outside, it's all on camera now.
Oh, yeah. No doubt. Absolutely. I saw my daughter and her friend Cheyenne last night. They had come by the house. They went to the Keys for Cheyenne's birthday over the weekend, and then they rushed home on Sunday to get to brunch on the Ave in time. Thank God they made it. We were all worried for them. Luckily, they made it in time.
Did you go to brunch with them?
No. If we do see them, it's pretty early on because they go to a different level. And they stay out later. They will be out till, what was it? We talked to her yesterday, and she said they were out till 2 or something like that. They started at brunch.
Dang.
Yeah, remember when I called her yesterday? I had no idea, and she picked up.
2 a.m.
Do you have in your Rolodex mentally the longest stretch of not sleeping and partying in the history of a Ralston?
I don't remember. It probably a lot of times the hardest we would ever go was the radio morning show boot camp conventions that they had. I would just know that we would go, and you would, you never knew. Again, they got a little crazy and unhinged, and you go back and crash for a couple hours, and you would get up and start drinking again.
You would crash, though. You'd get a little bit of sleep.
Yeah, a little bit. And then by the third day, you were moving so slow. And that was, me in my mid to late 20s. And I was wondering, when is it that you start, feeling different? Because Caitlin and Cheyenne, she told me, she's like, all of her friends hate us. She said we woke up on Sunday, and I think it was just Caitlin and Cheyenne went to brunch because they got a text from their friends they went to the Keys with. I guess Cheyenne got him kicked out of Rick's bar there on Duval.
I mean, but is anybody surprised, including Rick?
No, and they just said,
My group got kicked out of Rick's. Fuck Rick.
They're
like,
Rick's too.
You guys,
Fuck him.
You guys, your party level is you're 25 years old, and we don't know when you're going to grow up, but we're past it.
Oh no!
And we have realized that we are no longer blackout drunks, and it just is something where we just can't be with you because you two don't know how to behave, and you're embarrassing.
Well, if you got a crew that, because there is a difference between getting turned and then getting blacked out, and if you're getting kicked out of places, and we've seen some of the videos of Cheyenne, if she brings that energy all the time, and people are getting kicked out, not everyone wants to get turned like that,
right?
You know what I'm saying? It's almost very frat party-ish. Not everyone's down with that.
Not everyone's awesome.
Yeah, but I remember those conversations starting to happen in my mid-20s, and I kind of had that separation too, where you'd have people that they were now more into, I want to just get married and it's time to have kids, and they're like, I don't want to. I'm not rushing a frat anymore. I remember I had a girlfriend at that time that she used that exact line. She's like, I'm not trying to rush a fraternity. She's like, I don't know why you go like that. She's like, you're out of college, right?
Yeah, I just think that energy needs to be with other energy like that.
Yeah.
If you got people that want to drink and chill at a bar and kind of hang out and not go balls to the wall, they don't want that kind of, whoa, we're going to tackle some motherfucking bushes.
Yeah. You're right, you do. And that's where you think about the groups you've been through in life, and you do. I mean, I've phased in and out of so many groups. I mean, part of it was because I moved around a good part of my 20s until I got here. But I think that's just kind of natural, where you just say, okay, we've got, like, I used to have the softball people that we hung out with, and they were our best friends for 10 years. But now, we're not in softball anymore, and they kind of do their thing, and we do something different. And I just said to Kayla, I'm like, that's probably realistically going to happen.
It does. You grow apart from a lot of people. I think what is the key to keeping the friendships is realizing that you guys have history together and that you love each other, but people do grow in different areas. And there's times where you can pick and choose where you guys can hang out, where it is great for everybody. Because there's a common bond there. But I get it. The older you get, you don't want. There's some people that just can't. They can't keep up with that kind of energy. They can't be up till 2:00 and going balls to the wall. But they know that they can't. Because I have friends like that I know I can't hang out with in certain situations because their energy and my energy are not going to match. But I do know that we go to lunch together. Or we can hang out on a Sunday and
you can
chill.
find your place.
Totally, if the relationship's worth it.
Yeah, and there was one girl that had gone, and she said, the whole last day she was just sitting there. She didn't have one drink the entire day and just sat in the bars and scowled at us the whole day. And I was like, well, why would you go to Key West? Like, what do you think you're going to be doing? I thought that was kind of odd. And so, she had said, she's like, I want to do things like have book clubs and, all that. She's like, you guys just want to, why does alcohol have to be involved with everything? And
this is about the age where it starts to happen. Two people start to break off.
And that's what I
bit.
said. I said, this is completely natural. She's just, and Kaylin thought she was kidding when she said book club. So she laughed in her face and she's like, no, I'm serious. And so Kaylin's like, I don't read. So I was like, that's just kind of the way it goes, right?
Yeah. Oh, absolutely.
Yeah. So I'm like, there's nothing wrong with that. They're they're gravitating into something else in their life, and you haven't gotten rid of the wild hair yet.
Yeah, there's just certain things I know I can't do with certain people. And I think once you start to know that, it doesn't have to be burn down the house and never talk to that person again. But you just know that you can't go on a Keys trip with that person.
Right, exactly. And so you're different. You're going to be set different. So, it's kind of different for my daughter now because, with her job, the last time she went, she had to go 3 weeks where she works nonstop, so you don't have there's no weekends, there's nothing like that. You're on the clock for, 21 days straight.
And then on the other end, there's people in your life that you get apart from, but there's no reason why you did. Just life happened, and they were great people, and you had great relationships with them. Either they moved or they got married, and just life changed.
Right.
There's a lot of that. There's a lot of baseball guys that were really great people that I was friends with that I don't even speak to anymore.
Yeah, and then when you hang out again, you're like, oh my gosh, it's like no time passed. You're like, why do we not do this more often?
To me, that's a version of soulmates. I feel like there's just some people that just get each other. Well, it could be 3 days or it could be 3 years. Some people just align with one another.
Yeah, I do have people like that I haven't seen them in forever, and whatever we do, we pick up, and it's good times.
Those are the best.
Yeah,
agreed.
They are
and
really
nobody's
cool.
mad at anybody because, you didn't call me. It's been 2 years and I haven't heard from you. Like, sorry, dude.
Well, when friends understand other friends' little quirks and don't take everything personal, I think those are the relationships that kind of stick around for a while.
Yeah, I totally agree. I got an email here from Curtis. He said, all right, someone has to ask, what is going on with Virginia's daughter Magnolia and Tyler Cameron? Mags, 18, and Virginia is saying on the mic that she wouldn't mind if Tyler Cameron, age 30, and Mags dated. Additionally, Tyler and Mags are pretty close on some Instagram and Facebook pics. No judgment, just unreasonably invested in KVJ dating life. Damn, it would be incredible for KVJ marketing if they did date. We have our own Travis Kelce / Taylor Swift explosion.
I don't know. I think he thinks he's too old for her. So I don't think it's ever going to be something to worry about. Right. Of course, she looks at him with these puppy dog eyes, like all the girls her age that just fell in love with watching him on The Bachelorette. But, he looks at them like what it is. They're young girls, a little bit too young for him.
Well, what pictures are on? I don't know if I want to ask these questions, but what pictures are on there?
Well, he was at the Stars Ball, and so he took a picture with Mags at the Stars Ball, so that's probably what he's talking about.
Okay, probably.
But it's all innocent and sweet.
Okay. Sid is in the KVJ TV chat.
That you're saying? Is that the story you're going with?
Well, Mags would love to date Tyler Cameron, and I think he is actually such a good, sweet, honest guy and such a genuine guy who just wants to do the right thing and is so respectful to women. I would have no problem with a man like that dating Magnolia. She's 18. She can do whatever the fuck she wants. So I would have she could do so much worse than Tyler Cameron. That kid's a really sweetheart.
Sid wanted to know, was there ever an update on the punishment from Do It Bitch today from Jaybird or Denny's? And the punishment was we got to get into the contact list and send a random contact the peach emoji along with, what is that thing called?
The
eggplant.
Eggplant.
Eggplant peach emoji, yeah.
It looks like a penis.
Well, it's supposed to mean... It's supposed to be the peach is the ass, the
eggplant's the penis.
I don't think I have to mansplain this.
I think Kevin said the devil too, and some
put
eyes.
the devil in there, the eyes. Yeah, I put those 4 emojis in and sent it to a random contact for Jaber, and he looked genuinely concerned. Was there anything that came back? Any blowback on that?
I've gotten no text message back.
Okay.
Which I don't know what that means, but this is one of those things that I have to talk to somebody first before I could even say anything on the microphone.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So
and the person that it's so many details of this.
Yeah.
The person that I need to tell is out of the time zone right now, so they don't even know what's going on. The person that you texted, I'm already saying too much. I gotta figure out some shit.
All right. Is it possible maybe the person that got the text heard there was just a bit and they're like, okay, they just deleted it and it's just
I
over.
have no
and
fucking
quiet.
idea.
That'd be-
No
yeah.
idea.
That would be awesome.
I don't think so.
That's not going to happen.
So the only update is that there is no update, but
Okay.
I am going to have to get involved. My day is going to involve this at some point. I'm going to have to let this person know this happened today.
And on Denny's phone, what happened with that?
I
text?
sent the eggplant and the peach and the devil face to Ryan Beckett
Okay.
because he's adorable.
I think we missed the mark on that one, but that's just
Sorry.
me. Well, I mean, it's Ryan.
I wanted to mess with Denny's mom, and you told me no, so I didn't.
I did not say that. Denny said we're good. You could send it to his mom.
I didn't want to because you said
I think that's a
don't.
stupid one too. I think this could have been better.
I just didn't know anybody else in his phone. I didn't recognize any of the names.
Yeah, I did not. In fact, it wasn't until I sent it, I handed it to Bird, and I was
Well, my life's
explained-
fucking ruined, and then
Yeah.
Denny's got Beckett. Oh no, that's Beckett.
Becky was confused at first.
We do a podcast with each other, so it's like punishment for one. Not that I want Denny's to get punished, but I'm in some
Yeah.
serious shit with my text message.
Right.
I ain't fucking around with this.
I think it
Right.
worked out perfect.
Yeah, I know it's great. And then Denny's.
He was confused at first, but you know.
And he's like, "Oh, it's cute. That's great. All right, thanks, Denny's.
Oh,
I'll
yeah,
see
it's
you
great.
later."
Oh, I know you guys
Yeah.
do a morning show. I do a podcast with you. Oh, you guys are doing something goofy. Oh, I'm so surprised.
Yeah.
I'm doing real shit over here.
Right.
I know, I laughed when I saw yours.
Yeah.
Bird, don't get mad. Don't get mad.
Yeah, the Jaybirds might have been really stepping into it. So whenever there's time, when I got it explained to me, I was like, oh damn, that's terrible.
It's to the point where it's so layered. I don't even know how to explain
No,
it to
you
the
can't
good
explain
people.
it. You can only just say that maybe one day we'll be able to get through it. But there's a lot. It was really. I mean, all the context in there. Like, what are the odds?
Beckett!
I mean, it's really when you explain what was going on in the drama with it, it's pretty terrible.
Oh, Denny's, how's that punishment going? Oh, boy.
Yeah.
The ripple effect of the Beckett text.
Birds could be really bad to the point we really can't say anything right now.
Here,
It's
suck
gotta-
on this lemon.
It's got to be smoothed over.
Becky found it very amusing.
Oh, that's good. Yes. I mean, what the shit, man?
Tell Beckett I said hi.
All right, I'm texting.
He's so cute.
Fucking believable. Well, just let it go, Bird. Just let it go. Okay. All right.
Denny's just okay. Yeah. Well. So maybe one of these days we'll get to explain.
I gotta ask. I'm sorry. I know it's annoying, guys. I apologize.
Yeah. Let me see. Follow up to the 3 Florida foods that we've got here. And Rebecca had said, with the stone crabs and Florida lobster, 2 things if somebody were coming down to Florida. And you said, hey, you got to make sure you try this. Her husband's a commercial fisherman in the Keys, and he's always bringing back fresh stone crab and lobster every week. And you can order off their website, ACSEA, foodllc.com. ACSEA, foodllc.com. Okay, thank you for that. Also, Katie said, talking about a couple other things. Yeah, she likes the grouper, basically all fish, Fountain of Youth water. She said, I lived inland outside of Greensboro, North Carolina, and there's no good seafood. The supermarkets in North Carolina are Harris Teeter. So, I do know that. I remember I kind of came up with a rule because I went to the Smoky Mountains one time for my family reunion, and they had a restaurant called the Tally Ho, and they had an all-you-could-eat seafood buffet, and I got terrible food poisoning.
Oh.
The entire time I was there, I did nothing but throw up and shit my brains out.
Oh.
And my family then was like, oh, where's Kevin being so snobby? I'm like, it was terrible. I drove from New York City for that to get food poisoning. And so I have a rule that if it's more than one state inland from a body of major water like an ocean where I'm not going to eat it. Not going to do seafood.
You don't like diarrhea, aquatic dishes?
It's terrible. I mean, if you've legit had food poisoning, that's why you'll get that. You ever have somebody like, I got food poisoning, and then they can't make something, but then you see they're out like 5 hours later.
We call that
You did not have food poisoning.
That's called an intern.
Yeah. Like, that ain't food poisoning. Yeah,
No.
true food poisoning. It's like a 48-hour ordeal, and you just want to die.
You cannot call in on a Monday with food poisoning.
Because everybody knows you're just hungover.
You're raging. Even if you
Yeah.
legit have food poisoning, everyone thinks you're raging at Peanut Island.
Oh, we see you, brunch.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah, I ain't buying that. And food-wise, Laura sent this in. I hear Bird and V talking about Shoney's all the time, and although I'm too young to remember, I found this kids menu from 1989. And I thought it might bring out some memories for the Bird.
No
it's a
way.
kids menu from Shoney's back in the day. If you want.
It does actually.
That's
bring
so
back
cool.
memories. Oh man, a Shoney's burger. The reason why Shoney's burger was a big deal, it was that age where you're kind of you're becoming. You're not a teenager yet, but you're not a little kid, like 9, 10-ish. You're starting to get your own vibe going. I remember getting the Shoney's burger. It was a double patty.
Whoa.
Yeah, I
It was
remember
their
those,
own
yeah.
version of the
Yeah,
Big Mac.
it was, yeah.
And I remember being a big boy getting 2 of those. Going,
What?
I'll take 2 Shoney burgers.
Whoa,
Wow.
okay. They were so juicy, weren't they?
And Kevin, so juicy.
So juicy.
So greasy. So terrible for you.
Yeah. Such
Yeah.
great memories.
Shoney's had that strawberry pie. Remember the Shoney's strawberry pie? Oh,
No, because a fat kid's not going to eat strawberries. I remember the big double brownie with the hot fudge and ice cream they had. That's what I remember.
If you had to go back as Fat Kevin, were you a Shoney's lover more or a Sizzler?
Shoney's because of the double chocolate pie.
Okay. But a Fat Kevin would definitely respect a Sizzler.
The Sizzler, I would attack the pudding buffet.
oh
They
yes.
had a pudding bar.
They had
and
puddings and Jello for days.
Fat kids love pudding.
Because there's so much of it. There's so much. You can put so much pudding out there.
So much.
There usually be a couple different flavors too.
Well, they had the little bowl you're supposed to put the pudding in, but I got the soup bowl. Filled that whole thing with pudding.
Go
and,
big or go home.
I did. I took it all down, and I got bigger every time I went.
I've done a lot of research into a Fat Kevin. I mean,
Yeah.
obviously, I'm still working on the musical. I've been working on it for
Okay,
5
yeah.
years now.
Fat Kevin the musical.
Yes.
That'd be something.
And I mean, the music's already done. Bohemian Rhapsody. It's on our YouTube page. But there is on a lot of the pictures. I do see some sadness. I see a little. I want to hug them. I feel like you're trapped.
Well,
a little bit.
it was a little bit because I didn't fully understand because I was always teased. I remember like the first time that it really started to kind of cut through was I remember Dan Starner's mom was like, "Well, you're a little husky, aren't you?"
Husky.
And I didn't know what that meant. I remember asking my mom like, "What does husky mean?" She's like, "Well, you're a little bit bigger boned and
Lovable.
Yeah, and I just remember like all the other kids had jeans that would snap and mine had to button because it had to hold back my girth.
Oh.
And so I just started to realize things like that. So it started to dawn on me that
Age at 10, 11, 12-ish?
yeah, probably. And then it started to and then I hit my peak probably about 13 was I think prime fat kid, and then all of a sudden I went to skinny kept by 14.
Because I think you have crushes all through as being a little kid, but I think they really start to kind of hit you hard and bad when you hit them double digit. 10, 11, you start to really zone in on things and you start to notice things. Oh, that's repelling. Let me not do that again.
It was a girl that killed Fat Kevin.
Damn.
It always is.
It was
always
Sean
is.
Halley at Beulah Beach Bible Camp. And he said, "Let me introduce you to my brother." And these two girls were really cute. And he was trying to pick them up and hook us both up. And she's like going, "He can't be your brother. He's too fat."
Oh.
And I was like,
That fucking bitch.
oh
to say
my
such
gosh.
hurtful things.
And that replayed in my head on a loop nonstop the rest of that summer. And I dropped all and then that was it. Fat Kevin he died in that moment. That was it. If you want to look at the scene of the crime, you could tape out a very large fat boy on that beach on that day because that's where he died. He fell right there and he was dead.
It's so weird because anytime anyone's ever been the meanest about weight to me, I always lose. I always get in the best shape after.
Yeah, right.
I
It is.
mean, that happened to me. Me and my buddy was up there. JR, you guys know my buddy JR.
Yeah.
And we went to Gainesville, but we went up there. I said my name was Talk, and he said his name was Moo. So everyone knows it says Moo and Talk. And we
Yeah.
went up to this one house to see when this party was, and these hot girls answered that knew our friends. So we're leaving, and they called my friend to go, hey, your friends Moo and Talk just stopped over to see what time the party is. Yeah, they're two chubby guys. They kind of have, like the one guy had like a fat face. And I'm like, oh, damn.
Oh, the one guy.
And
Chubby
it
guys.
took like the whole, I don't know, like the energy, the gusto out of my step before the big party.
Two chubby
And then
guys.
I'm like, fuck this, I'm losing some weight.
Well,
And
you
then-
named yourself Moo.
No, he was Moo, I was Talk.
Well,
Yeah.
Moo is
Short for Taco.
Moo's a chubby guy.
Yeah, I mean, your name's Moo.
We were a little, we both have got up and down in our weights in our career.
Yeah, that's it. No, when you do that, when you're described as the fat guy,
Well, especially when it comes to, whoever you're attracted to, if
Yeah.
they go, oh, Kevin's looking like a fat fuck.
this
Like,
girl
oh,
was so cute at the time.
I
So
bet.
cute. Yeah, she was adorable.
The
Yeah.
girls that called us chubby, they
Yeah.
were smoking hot, and they were like involved in the party. They were
Yeah.
setting it up.
Uh-huh.
They were streamlined into it.
Yeah, that's what you need, man.
That pizza was good that night.
He
Fuck it.
drowned his sorrows.
Fucked up that Gainesville pizza.
All right, well, we'll see if Virginia's in her glasses again tomorrow.
Ugh, I hope not.
So we're going to explain it all over again, day 3.
You're gonna be in your glasses tomorrow. I told you it's gonna take a week.
I know. It just hurts so bad. I'm tired of it because they just keep watering.
Have you taken Benadryl by any chance?
No, but I think I might do that today.
Take a Benadryl, put a warm rag on your forehead, and eat some hot soup.
Okay, Pumpkin. Thank you.
All right. Y'all have a great Tuesday. We'll see you back here tomorrow. Goodbye.